Hello and welcome to Clever News Desk. We reach you live from Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. I am Florence Joshua. Welcome. Nigeria's political stage is fire on tonight after a controversial cleric, Prophet Chukwuemeka Odumeje, unleashed a verbal thunderbolt at President Bola Tinubu. In his trademark fiery style, Odumeje declared, "Tinubu is not a president, he is a businessman."
I don't know who is calling Tinubu president. Tinubu is a businessman. That's all. You are not a president. If you want to talk about president, you talk about Trump. You talk about Putin. Talk about Ibrahim Traore. You talk about China president. You talk about Korea president. These are men that we call leaders. A young man of yesterday, a Burkina Faso, a leader. That is what I call a leader. A young man that know what I call a leadership. Not put businessmen in government, calling them leaders, calling them president, senator, governor. These are businessmen acquiring money for their future of their children, buying houses for them. Leaders develop their country. Develop their country. And when they develop their country, everybody, both their children, everybody enjoyed. Since you have entered this presidential seat as a president, I have told you people, and I have tell you this, what makes a leader, that when you say I am a leader, the first thing you will achieve in your country, the first thing to achieve in your country, the first thing you must put in your country is light. There are factories, 24 hours light. There are factories, there are companies. Those companies can never ever use Rista. They can never use Jane and Orista or whatever you call it can never carry the equipment of that factory or the company. The only thing that can carry it is NEPA. Nigeria is not there. Nigeria will never get close to the country that are talking about development. They are never near there. Nigeria is a giant of failure, not a giant of Africa.
The explosive remark has sent shockwaves across social media, sparking fiery debates. Critics say the cleric's words capture the frustrations of millions grappling with inflation, fuel hikes, and hardship. However, Tinubu's supporters dismiss the outburst as theatrics from a man better known for drama than prophecy. As the storm rages, one question hangs in the air. Is Odumeje's outcry just noise or a mirror of the nation's pain under Tinubu's leadership? Nigeria's 65th Independence Day has taken an unexpected twist, not on the parade ground, but in the president's bedroom. In a statement that has set tongues wagging nationwide, President Bola Tinubu revealed that by cancelling the traditional Independence Day military parade, he enjoyed what he called a good sleep and a nice breakfast. The president made the controversial remark while unveiling the newly renovated Wole Soyinka Center for Culture and Creative Art in Lagos, saying the cancellation broke the monotony of years of march past and drills. But while the president celebrated his rest and leisure, many Nigerians battling sleepless nights of inflation, hunger, and economic hardship have been quick to fire back, describing the comment as out of touch with the suffering masses. Tonight, the nation is split. Was it a bold break from tradition or an insensitive joke on a day meant to inspire unity and resilience? Rising cases of insecurity in Kwara State have once again sparked renewed agitation for the creation of the Duduwa nation as separatist voices in the southwest gain momentum. Kwara, the state long considered one of the most peaceful in the north-central zone, has witnessed an upsurge in violent crimes in recent months, including bandit attacks, kidnappings, and clashes between farmers and herders. These incidents have unsettled residents and left community leaders demanding urgent intervention. Against this backdrop, Yoruba Nation agitator Sunday Adeyemo, popularly known as Sunday Igboho, has reignited his campaign, boasting that he can end insecurity in Yoruba land if given the mandate to defend the people. Speaking through his supporters at a gathering over the weekend, Igboho argued that the persistent attacks in Kwara, Kogi and Oyo states show why self-determination remains the only lasting solution.
I am calling on the government to release our people. Instead of trying to handle the situation themselves, they should hand over security matters to me so I can protect my people. If it weren't for the fact that I am no longer free in my town and the government has declared me wanted, you would believe I have a son who can stand up to them. I am not exaggerating. My presence in the bush can calm tensions. If I don't chase the herders away, I am willing to face consequences. With the powers my father have given me, I am confident we can take away their guns and discipline them. Across Yoruba land, I have supporters who can join me in addressing this issue. I urge the government to let us handle it as we know our land and can protect it. I am calling on the government to release our people. Instead of trying to handle the situation themselves, they should have handed over security matters to me so I can protect my people. If it weren't for the fact that I am no longer free in my town and the government has declared me wanted, you would believe I have a son. You would believe I have a son who can stand up to them. I am not exaggerating. My presence in the bush can calm tensions. If I don't chase the herders away, I am willing to face consequences. With the powers my father have given me, I am confident we can take away their guns and discipline them. Across Yoruba land, I have supporters who can join me in addressing this issue. I urge the government to let us handle it as we know our land and can protect it.
Analysts say Kwara's position as a gateway between the north and south makes it highly strategic, and any escalation of separatist agitation there could have some national implications. Some civil society groups have warned that the renewed calls for secession, though popular among frustrated youths, risks heightening ethnic tension if not carefully managed. Meanwhile, the Kwara state government has acknowledged the security challenges but insists that efforts are underway to restore peace. Governor Abdulrahman Razak, in a recent meeting with security chiefs and traditional rulers, pledged more support for vigilante groups while promising better intelligence gathering. Community residents, however, remain divided as some see Igboho's fiery rhetoric as a rallying cry for self-defense, while others fear it might invite further confrontation with federal authorities. 2 weeks into the new school sessions, reports show that many schools across the country are finding it difficult to implement the federal government's curriculum reforms. The biggest challenge is ensuring pupils and students gain proficiency in at least one trade subject alongside access to textbooks and qualified teachers. Primary schools, especially public ones, are battling shortages in digital literacy and vocational studies. At the secondary level, students are required to choose from their trade options such as solar installation, fashion designing, livestock farming, cosmetology, GSM and computer repairs, and horticulture. While a few private schools have managed to provide facilities, most public schools lack both equipment and trained teachers, particularly for technical subjects like solar installation and GSM repairs. Experts insist that reforms are necessary, but caution against rushing implementation. At a recent forum, the Concerned Parents and Educators Network urged the government to begin with pilot schemes before a full nationwide rollout. The countdown is on, and Nigeria's World Cup fate hangs in the balance as FIFA hands over whistle to Egyptian referee Aminu Mohamed Omar for the Super Eagles do-or-die clash between Benin Republic on October 14th in Uyo. Omar, who is no stranger to the Eagles, officiated last year when Nigeria trashed Benin 3-0, and fans are hoping lightning strike twice. But this time, the stakes are sky high, with just 2 games left. Benin Republic tops Group C on 14 points, while Nigeria trails in third with 11. Anything short of victory could slam the door on the Eagles' 2026 World Cup dreams, while a win set up a nail-biting finish to the qualifiers. For Nigeria, Tuesday night in Uyo is more than just a match, it's a battle for survival. Panic in Manchester earlier today as terror struck outside a synagogue with 4 people left wounded and a suspected knife man shot by police after a shocking car ramming and stabbing attack. Greater Manchester Police declared a major incident just after 9:30 a.m. when chaos unfolded at Heaton Park Hebrew congregation in the Cromsale area. Witnesses say a security guard was first targeted with a knife before the attacker rammed into worshippers with a car. Firearms officers were seen rushing to the scene within minutes, confronting and shooting the suspect. Paramedics confirmed that 4 victims suffered both stab wounds and injuries from the vehicle. Meanwhile, emergency teams are still working at the site as investigators piece together what led to the horrifying assault. Mayor Andy Burmhan has appealed for calm, warning against online speculation, but admits the Jewish community will be largely shaken. And that's the news. You can follow up on latest events and happenings around you via social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Clearview News Desk, or via handle on X, formerly known as Twitter at Clearview Online. Many thanks for watching. I am Florence Joshua. Bye for now.